Alrighty. Welcome to the next session of Throughout Time. Spencer hasn't joined up yet, but we will get him as soon as he is able. Hopefully the connection goes alright this week, because my internet here is a little bit shaky. So hopefully we don't have any real big connection issues. But yeah, I'm gonna undeafen myself on the chat now.
I didn't know you could roll for each other. I knew you could. There was the experimental die roller. I've been testing it out with some.
Yeah. In D&D Beyond, you could have, if need be, the DM can roll your dice for you, which is just as well because this works for, like, I assume it was intended for, like, if your character was possessed or something.
Or, you know.
Or if you were to roll secret death saves.
Yeah, maybe.
How would you need to roll secret death save?
Instead, we were just using it as a means
Brad,
for
some DMs. I've been considering doing this. Will roll death saves a little bit differently. So there's two different methods you can really go with. Actually, there's really three methods for death saves. Public death saves, so everyone knows what you rolled. Semi-secret death saves, so only the player that rolled it knows what, and the DM know what the death save was. So, like, if you have to make a death save, Brad, only you and I know what you rolled.
Yeah.
And then there's completely secret ones where I roll them and I don't even tell you if you get a success or a
failure. It's completely secret.
So
I'm not sure that matters.
Big sense of urgency to things.
Yeah, I'm not sure that matters too much for this campaign because.
I don't think
well, I mean, we found out by sheer coincidence.
I mean, in this campaign, if anything happens that we die, we just sort of go back 5 minutes and start all over.
Yep, pretty much.
Again.
Yeah. Which we found out the most hysterical manner possible because none of us are still sure what happened.
Yep.
He walks through the door, he gets squashed by a rock, he appears right back out the door and be like, what just happened?
Yeah, no. Everybody saw my character walk in, I saw a rock, and then we were all standing outside the portal, and my character was asking if anyone knew something I didn't.
Oh, fun times.
Yeah, no. If anything, I looked at our highlight reel and I was just like, on one hand, I feel kind of bad that the highlight reel solely consists of things I've done. But on the other hand, I call that winning. So.
You're being squashed by the rock. What else is on there?
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't directly do that, but
yeah, but
the other two are
hey, I was still involved,
and the ochre jelly is getting splattered against a tree.
Yeah, against a tree, and then and the warg.
And a pile of dead wargs that you're just like, hey, let's drill some of these.
Yeah. So far, the highlight list consists of a cosmic anvil, a home run, and the Juggernaut being upgraded to head chef.
Juggernaut hosting a barbecue and
yeah,
a blue ribbon.
It weirdly makes sense if you think about it too. I mean, my people live entirely in a desert. A desert, I would argue, is worse than somewhere like New Vegas.
I beg to differ.
I beg to differ as well. Like, the Gerudo Desert is hot, but it's
seen,
not a radioactive wasteland.
I've at the very least seen dead grass in New Vegas.
And hey, it's not Felucia.
I mean, to be fair, nowhere is like Felucia, and everybody's grateful for that.
Like Felucia is Star Wars Australia, where everything and its uncle is out to get you.
Yeah.
In the modern day campaign I'm playing in right now, so basically this evil dragon creature fused the worlds of, hey, Spencer's here, fused the
Yeah.
worlds of magic and non-magic. So she basically revealed magic to the world and did all sorts of crazy stuff. And California became the Feywild. Australia was virtually untouched, with the
Oh,
exception that the Tarrasque woke up there.
oh, of course it was in Australia. But you want to know? I actually just found we just did something that was amazingly awful in our Wednesday campaign. It was so hysterically callous and such a short thing we did, but but getting to explain it would take longer than how we actually did it. What happened was we found that there was this. We fought a bunch of this sorceress and her guards. We arrested some guys, but she was trying to do something weird with their corpses. And it didn't seem like necromancy, so we decided to burn the bodies. But then one of us realized that these bodies were magically made to detonate. So we were like, okay, then let's just toss these somewhere where they won't cause any trouble. So we were like, okay, where's a place that none of us care about? So I forget what the name of the city is, but it was basically the Drow capital, the one that's right next to the demon portal.
Oh my goodness.
And so we just, and we were operating under the mindset, because we actually did have a half Drow in our party, saying, yeah, no, Drow don't really do anything with corpses. They'll just toss it down another hole. So we just threw all the corpses down there. But before the portal closed, we heard the bodies detonate and also apparently conglomerate into some sort of unspeakable horror as the city started getting destroyed.
Oh my
And the portal
goodness.
closed, and we proceeded to never care.
Well,
I have no
now that
idea if
we've-
that's going to bite us in the butt or not. All I know is that the next game is going to be jury duty, which is going to be interesting considering I play a barbarian.
Well, now that story is told to us, let's start the session of Throughout Time. So, you all arrive in Evanburn after these few days of traveling. What do you guys want to do?
I remember I wanted to get potions.
All right.
I think it was also reminded that none of us have money. So,
Yeah.
Hey, people have been accepting our currency.
Our shiny rocks and things.
In backwater
Optics.
towns,
is this a backwater town or is this not a
Evanburn is the
backwater town?
capital of the nation of Vostis. It's literally the largest city on Phoenix.
Okay.
It's a big city. It's the biggest city.
Not that
So-
that means much to me or my character.
I mean, for me, it's probably still absolutely teeny tiny. I'm like, you mean it doesn't cover the whole planet? What is this?
You're like, what is this? This doesn't even cover a country.
Not even a third of the continent is colonized? What?
All right. Okay. If that's the case, we have to go look for some money because I don't think I don't think the leftover slime on our boots can be sold.
What are you talking about? I've got money.
Oh, okay.
Rub it in.
So are you suggesting that we steal the money from you? Or basically
No.
go on a loan system that we will never pay back?
Well, if we absolutely must, I have an idea, and I just start chopping grass.
All right.
What are
I
you
don't
doing?
find anything, I bet.
Yeah, you don't find anything. Some travelers look at you very
So, yeah.
strangely as they pass by, but they don't say anything.
And I'm sure that none of you have any idea what the hell I'm doing either.
No.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm pretty sure Griswold thinks this is some sort of magical, heretical ritual, and is just gonna let it happen.
Well, this is gonna... Okay, so after what seems like too long, even for my standards, I'm just gonna be like, well, this isn't working.
I guess it's a low drop rate then.
a low drop rate.
What?
uh, well, either way, I think. But anyways, weren't we also looking for some Anchorhead or whatever?
Yes, we were looking for his ship in Anchorhead.
Yeah.
Were we told what he looks like? I mean, I know what he looks like from previous campaigns, but I don't know if Root does.
You were actually not told what he looks like.
Oh,
Okay.
crap, we didn't
It
ask.
seems we are at an impasse.
Proud of you, John. You are one of those DMs.
Except when I forgot to have Cornelia say her name and retconned it in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that might be a small detail you might need to know.
Yeah. Oh well.
Whoops.
Oh well. Anyways.
I'm gonna. Is there like signs posted or something like towards the docks?
There are some signs that have street names on them, but there aren't any signs leading you towards any sort of thing. But you do know the general direction towards the ocean.
I have I have a question.
Yes.
Can any of us read the signs?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. We've discussed this. What was it? Or at least first session, where common is just kind of a
We established that common was English, but we also talked about how none of the languages we read from our respective worlds are the same. English is not the Gerudo alphabet.
not really.
And the Gerudo alphabet is not whatever the heck is going on with Star Wars.
Or a mesh with all those funky like arrow things.
All right.
That's a fair point, actually.
I could understand 50% of what it says because Low Gothic is a mixture of English as well as Latin.
Yes.
So I'd be able to understand.
Yeah. If it's written in English, then we're good because the Fallout.
Yeah, it's written in Common, which I'm saying is just straight up English in terms of its writing.
All right.
Oh, great. We're in one of those foreign nations.
To those of you who can read English, it's just street names. They're not particularly indicative of what's on the street.
Okay. What's the name of this street? Griswold suggests, pointing to the left.
Just make something up.
That is
Fernberry.
Sure.
All right.
We come from a long line of gaming sessions where the challenge is always to come up with random names. This has resulted in things like our starship being called the Paula Abdul for the entire campaign.
Okay then.
But you guys do know the general direction to the ocean since you've been traveling alongside it.
All right.
I'll just head in that general direction with, asteroid in my hand and a massive turret on my back.
Yep.
Armor all the way on.
Yep.
So, yeah, but I also want to find this alchemist, see if I could get some potions, or at the very least get some rupees traded in to get potions.
All right, so let's see here. Evanburn is probably around the same technological level as Hyrule at this point. At the point
I would
you're from.
imagine.
So,
Well, maybe minus the Sheikah technology.
Well, they have like a little bit of
you said
steampunk
warforged. Never mind.
They have a little bit of steampunk.
Yeah.
There's airships flying around that you can see in the sky.
They're almost past the 16th century.
Such primitive technology.
How fascinating.
How many octo balloons were needed to get that working?
Haven't seen. Oh wait, I have seen. Never mind. I'm good.
If anything, this seems primitive to all of you.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, two of us are from, times with FTL drives and hovercraft.
I mean,
Remarkably
there's still,
similar
like,
FTL
helicopters or
systems as
whatever
well.
in Fallout.
And Fallout, what you're like from the 1960s?
1960,
1950s.
but with
Yeah.
2000s technology.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
exactly.
there's still like helicopters after everything.
Well,
Like,
there
with
were
the Brotherhood.
helicopters before too, but yeah.
There were choppers
I know.
in
Like
Korea.
afterwards too.
Yeah, no, you're pretty much from Cold War era, so
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
So
that's still more advanced than me.
that's true.
go
It's
ahead,
significantly
Kalani,
less
and make an
Russians.
investigation check to try to find
Oh,
the shop,
right.
or you can make a persuasion check to ask people.
Let me see. Let me just check my stats first. Which one's better, my persuasion or? They are the exact same.
Okay.
I will do the investigation.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's how it works.
Yeah. You quickly find the alchemist.
Wow, I didn't even need to
of-
read.
of the town with no difficulty. It's fairly easy because you can see, because it has a sign that has a mortar and pestle that you assume is an alchemy symbol, and when you look in the windows you can see potions and
Yeah, you see, they make the
ingredients.
classic potion shop idea of having their potion shop advertise the giant potion on the ceiling.
It's not on the ceiling. It's a sign.
Yeah,
Near the door.
sorry, that was the wrong word, but whatever. I'm moving on. So I'm gonna walk in and just see if I can get myself some potions.
Alright.
Potions of health specifically.
Yes. The shopkeeper is a man that looks remarkably like the shopkeeper you encountered in Pine Valley. Except
Oh, one of
he's-
them hairy fellows.
Except that this one, instead of being dressed with the camo bucket hat thing, is wearing a light brown jumpsuit and has some sort of weird device attached to his back.
Is this like a Nurse Joy type of situation where there's just one of these guys in every town just has slightly different clothes?
Or like that guy from Avatar
That
who just
too.
played every role.
That cabbage guy who just showed up everywhere.
Actually,
Or my
this
personal
is,
favorite, Larry.
This is another
from
part
Gumball.
of the same riddle that I had going on last session.
Oh,
With the gopher?
Yes,
no?
with the gopher guy.
Oh god.
Again, whoever figures it out gets a critical card, but
I already have a critical card from Cooking Good.
um,
So I have no idea how their economy works, so I'm just gonna see what I could buy for some of the rupees, or if I could get those traded anywhere.
seize the means of production.
he looks at these gems you present to him. What
Yeah.
size are we talking? I don't know what size to make the rupees. Probably
Rupees are
Bonsai?
rupees are regularly depicted, weirdly enough, because I mean, whenever they're depicted in a regular size, they're usually depicted somewhere between almost fist-sized to palm-sized.
Okay. I'm
They're-
gonna make them probably on the smaller end.
Yeah, I
He-
imagine.
He looks
Which is
over
why my wallet
the...
is specifically a bag of holding for rupees and money and nothing else.
Yeah, I'll say that's what your rupee sack is. Anyways, he
Yeah.
looks over the rupees. You know you can't pay with gems, right? Like you could probably sell these, but I can't
Then
accept
do you
these
have an
as
idea
money.
where I could sell them?
So, jeweler on this street down a few doors. He'd probably be willing to buy them off you. They're decent looking gems at least.
All right, I will be back then. And I see if I can find this jeweler. I mean, he said it was a few doors down, so I should probably be able to find it.
You find it pretty easily. There's a. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I don't want to make it the same guy.
How do I want to do this? Like, how many rupees am I willing to part with?
But
For a currency that might mean nothing by the end of this adventure.
There's a jeweler. He's a old man with wispy white hair. He's got these crazy glasses that have all sorts of different lenses on them.
I've seen one of them before.
He looks up as the bell chimes as you enter. Customer, how can I help you?
Sorry, bit of a tangent, but they have doors.
Yes.
Why do no shops in Hyrule have doors? I always thought that was weird. Anyways, so I have 480 rupees.
Yeah, I gave you way too many of those.
Yeah.
We have a lot more money than I got.
But here's the thing, John. I am very stingy with my D&D currency. So this is gonna be interesting. Let's go with I'm gonna pull out a yellow rupee, a blue rupee, and a green rupee and ask how much for these.
Yellow rupee would probably be citrine. Yeah, probably be citrine.
Yeah. It's worth 10.
I'll figure this out. So the jeweler looks at them. And a whole bunch of different lenses flip down over his glasses, and he's got these. They look sort of like telescopes, but the other way around. They taper to a narrower point. And
I know. I've seen some of these Sheikah weirdos have something similar.
He looks at the gems in turn. High quality gems. We have a citrine, a sapphire, and an emerald, I do believe.
I am not going to correct him on any of those.
He will. He inspects them further for another few minutes.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think Kalani's enough of a geologist to know what gem a rupee actually is. I just know they're everywhere.
They're pretty green rocks.
How do I want to do this? How much do I want?
Multicolored rocks.
I can offer you about 100 gold pieces each.
100 each.
Yes.
I'll take it. You have yourself a deal.
All right. He snatches the gems off the table.
Okay, I need to calculate in my head. I gave him 15. I gave him 16. So.
And he hands you a small cloth bag. The coins inside are circular. They're made of gold, and they are stamped with a letter V.
The letter of what?
V. Capital letter V.
Yeah. I understood the moment it said V. I just didn't hear you.
Right, now for my second currency, 300 gold.
It is specifically 300 Voston gold.
Voston gold. All right, let me rewrite that real quick.
So when you guys go to Faerun, it won't be accepted because it's Voston gold. So.
How do you spell Boston?
Vostan.
So you're telling us to invest in the gem market?
Maybe.
Would it still be sellable in Faerun as just gold pieces, but not specifically like gold coin?
It would be sellable as specifically gold, but it wouldn't be usable as currency.
We gotta figure out like gold percentage
And
on
I
coins.
80.
You tell them, I mean, credit chips, physical credit chips, are like some of them are like credit cards, and some of them are like just little strips of metal.
All right.
But I mean, I bet you half the metal, like Durasteel and so forth, they've never even seen. But how to
Never even seen, let alone be able to forge.
this is transparent steel.
I'd love to see them try to work with
Clear,
your
not steel like glass. No, it's
I'd love to see how they'd work with your plasteel armor.
Blastoid.
Yeah, plastoid.
I think that's more of a plastic than a metal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that too. But
But
that's
either
still-
way,
yeah, no, they're just like, what is this?
or Beskar, Mandalorian iron.
Yeah, something I don't think they'd have anything to do with.
It's so shiny, it can bounce laser bolts off of it. Oh,
Yeah, but it's also like I mean, how does the forging process for that stuff work? I mean, we've
don't
seen the
know.
tech; it looks way more advanced than.
Basically, from what I've seen, it just requires a forge that gets really, really hot. But how hot is hot enough to melt Beskar? I have no clue.
Well, clearly the fire was blue, so hotter than most forges here.
Anyways,
I still use forges.
now that you have 300 Boston gold, what are you doing with it?
Well, I'm gonna go back to the potion shop.
All right.
Potions are very useful. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
So you're just after basic healing potions?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like with 300 gold I could get anything super over the top.
Yeah.
Besides, I never know. I might need something else.
They are 50 gold each.
50 gold each. So, let's see. That. So I'm gonna think about this. Did anyone come with me?
No, I was heading towards the ocean.
I was
All
gonna
right.
be like in a completely different location from you two.
I don't have
Oh,
money, so I'm just going to the ocean.
oh, okay. So it's just me.
Okay.
All right. Well, that means I'm gonna have to be economical about this. I don't think the one dude needs. Don't think the black armored dude needs any potions because stuff. Not sure about that about that other one, about that little one, and well, the tall gangly one. I'm not sure about. I'll grab 3 potions.
All right. He also gives
Which
you
mean-
a strange-looking square-shaped device. It has the top has yellow and black stripes on it. It has all sorts of little buttons and dials all over it. This should come in handy if you ever have to deal with anything incorporeal.
What is it?
It's a ghost trap.
Oh, so I literally have a Ghostbusters ghost trap.
Yes, you do.
You know,
That's
I had another character that was in a more modern day game who was trying to build an actual like proton pack. And I was gonna have a chance to do it, so I need to put this in the treasure now.
You're not sure if it'll work or not, but
Yeah, but that's why it's
it
going in the
looks
treasure.
like a ghost trap at least.
Not that I know what that looks like. but-
Obviously, I know that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, so ghost trap. All right. Wow, I gotta say, my Zelda inventory looks weird. It's just with all the icons, there's just now a Ghostbusters trap for some reason. right next to the Moonlight Scimitar and the and the double great axe. Anyways, I'll thank them and I'll thank him and be on my way then. And Well, do I need to roll an investigation to find the rest of the party now? Because, or do I just head to the ocean and figure it out?
Yes, actually. Where were you going to head, Spencer?
Oh, I was probably gonna head into some highly populated area, realizing I am in a very primitive society, and wondering if I can do some sort of performance arts for money.
All right. You find your way to the city square. There's a large fountain in the middle of the square. There's businesses lining the edge. There's a bunch of different people milling about. If you want to do some performance, you can make a performance check.
All right, just gonna check to see what it is at the moment. Performance, so that would be proficiency is +3 at the moment, right?
+2 at the moment.
Okay, +2 at the moment. That's what I thought. It's the other thing that I'm getting.
We're level 4.
Okay, all right, that's the wrong chat. Roll 1d20 plus 7. Yeah, I got a 20.
Jeez.
And we'll
Keep getting
say
dirty 20s.
basically, I will say that I'm doing some sort of puppet show. I create a second puppet with my other hand, and with some sort of illusionary magic, I just kind of do a short play.
All right. You make some kids very happy. Some of them beg their parents to let them give you a little bit of money. People are quite generous here, it seems like. And in the end, you are able to gather 23 gold.
Yes. I don't know if that's a lot or nothing, but I am glad it is 23 gold.
You know, going from playing a droid character to a barbarian to this, it's funny to be the richest person in the party. Droids don't get money. This is funny.
But yeah, that probably is all that I can do for the other players to like do a lot more.
All right. After you finish your play, there's a strange cloaked figure that walks up to you. You can't see his face; it's covered, and
Understandable.
he tells you, "You're looking for the Herald, and I may be able to help you."
I nod in response. Is he kind of going off in a direction, or
We will need
is
to
he just
gather your companions. Follow me. I know the way to where they will wind up.
I don't know the way.
I will follow him then. I mean, I was kind of already following people.
As the figure leads Griswold, they both pass by Kalani. So
I wave to Kalani and then point to the funny little man.
well, he's not little. He's shorter than you, but he's still fairly tall.
Okay, the funny medium-sized man.
And I am going to have. Let's see here, are Varut and Juno, are they traveling together or apart?
I have no clue. I was headed there immediately, so. If Juno kept it up, then sure, but otherwise, I guess not.
Yeah.
All right, so you both wind up on the docks at eventually. It's you don't see anyone that would fit the name Anchorhead. You see a lot of sailors, but none of them just look like they fit the name. And the old man leads Kalani and Griswold right up to you. And he says, "The Herald is a difficult ship to find. It is somewhat magical in nature. The captain keeps it always moving across the seas. However, there is a way to find it. You must find a leprechaun that lives near here. His name is Cormac. He has a bell, a whistle, and a music box that you must obtain from him. You will take these 3 things to Westwell Reef. It is an island just off the coast of Edinburgh. You will, at precisely noon, you will ring the bell. 4 hours later, you will blow the whistle, and you will blow the whistle 3 times, and every few minutes after that you will blow the whistle another 3 times, until a rowboat appears. You must play the music box to convince the driver of the rowboat to take you to the Herald."
So we gotta jump a leprechaun,
All right.
steal his stuff, and do all that.
Okay.
His lair is
So,
located in the forest just to the north of here,
all
near a
right. Quick
waterfall.
question. I don't think any of us, except for maybe the Fallout girl, has any idea what a leprechaun is.
This is true.
Oh yes, leprechauns are short, fairly jolly, usually, fey creatures. They are quite manipulative. Cormac will attempt to bribe you or attempt to flee. You must stop him from doing so. If you hold on to him, he will not be able to use his magic against you.
Okay, so we kill the guy.
No, I think he's telling us to hold the little man.
Damn it.
And you are who exactly?
Someone who wishes you to succeed.
I mean, from my character's experience, this is already sketchy. But then again, the entire campaign is already sketchy because I assume I'm already dead, so I'm just gonna do what the guy says.
The figure holds a hand out towards you, and you all see an image in your mind of a forested area. There's a waterfall spilling into a little lake, and he says, "This area is where you can find Cormac. I suggest leaving a trap. Leprechauns are greedy. A little bit of gold will probably get you a long way."
Something I don't have.
Think we can rig something up.
Except eventually, when you guys go to New Vegas, then Juno will be the only one with money because she's got
Yeah.
caps.
Well, I mean, if you look in like dumpsters, you'll find caps.
All right.
Or just anywhere. Yeah. I usually kill people to get caps, but oh well.
Okay, so yeah. What would you guys like to do?
Well, clearly, we have to do what the guy says. Because if we don't, then I don't know.
You could always just hike to the spire. You don't have to find the Herald, but this would certainly make it faster and easier.
Let's catch a leprechaun.
the forest seems like the scenic route. We're gonna go that way.
All right. So is it agreed then? You want to go look for this Cormac?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh. I just wanted to make it clear, one of us remembered all those steps, right?
Nope.
In character, probably. Out of character, nope.
In character, you guys probably would remember them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just asking because we've had some DMs in the past who just sucked. And by sucked, I mean technically they were right, which is why we were screwed over. Anyways,
we had
sorry, being overly cautious on my end. Yeah, sure. Let's grapple a leprechaun.
All right. So you head off into the forest. I'm going to have whoever is looking. Well, actually, all of you make an investigation check at advantage.
All right.
So we just roll for advantage. You guys just usually roll 2 d20s, right?
Roll twice and take the higher number.
Okay,
Alright.
wait.
Oh no, wait. I'll just do it that way.
Same thing. Really? I got the same dumb thing 2 times in a row.
Investigation is not one of my
Good,
skills.
so.
All right.
You guys are good.
Okay.
If you guys don't want to roll these extra rolls, you don't have to. A 21 definitely finds it.
All right.
Oh, all right.
So Juno manages to find the waterfall and the area that supposedly this leprechaun's lair is at. The leprechaun is not immediately present.
So they said something about gold.
Yes. But leprechauns are
I wonder
greedy,
how much-
so setting a trap would be advisable, and a little bit of gold would probably get you a long way.
Yep. So
Okay. All right.
so who's gonna chip in out of the 2 of us who got money?
All right. I proudly display my 25 gold. Yes, it was 25.
It was
wasn't
23 gold.
23 gold.
I think that'll work.
Alright, is there any specifics on terms of how you're laying it out, or just setting it on the ground?
No. I just kind of like put it out there. Griswold is very happy that she has acquired this many. It's like, yes, I am person.
Alright, so the gold is sitting on the ground. What would you like to do?
While they're doing that, I'm going to pull out my electro staff, and I'm not going to activate it. It's
Okay.
not like, crackling or anything. I'm going to try and stealth, like behind
Alright,
tree.
make a stealth check. Anyone who wants to do that can as well.
All right.
I can almost guarantee I'm gonna fail that stealth check.
I would like
Alright,
to do an
anyways.
acrobatics check and hide in a tree.
Okay. Make the acrobatics check, and then I'll tell you if you can make your check at advantage.
All right.
Oh, do you want me to roll a second die for that, John?
No.
If I do stealth, do I need to roll for Carl too?
Yeah.
Okay.
20.
Yes, make your stealth check at advantage.
So wait, what's the plan?
That's a
Well,
good-
I mean, okay, Griswold was just gonna beat it with a stick as soon as it comes by.
He said something about grabbing it, so I was planning on, doing that.
Okay,
he
we
he
have
can't
to
use
hide
his
it.
magic against you if you grapple him.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, I basically have a ridiculously oversized stun baton, so I could just, zap him and knock him unconscious.
Okay, yeah. Carl and I are gonna have.
You know what? Worst case scenario, I could throw my axe at him.
Yeah, just cut the leprechaun in half. That's a smart idea.
Yeah. I don't know what a leprechaun is.
Well, I mean, by that statement, I could also
Wow.
shoot him
That's not advantage.
or use
Shooting.
a flamethrower on him.
But anyways, now let's go with
Wait a second, Juno.
Here we
What is
go.
your favorite terrain?
My favorite terrain, oh geez, I think it's grass. Let me check.
Because if you're in your favorite terrain, I'll let you make your stealth check at advantage.
Okay, let me try to find it.
Yeah,
I
Griswold
am
is really
most
well
certain.
hidden. Do you want to hide Kalani, or at least try to hide?
Sure. Let me see what my.
Alright, so Juno is not amazingly hidden, but
So no, then.
you're still better hidden than Juno is. You will have to activate your breakaway armor if you don't want to roll at disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. You know what? No, that's a good idea because I'm faster without it. So.
Okay.
Yeah, breakaway armor.
So Juno and Kalani aren't amazingly hidden. They're still somewhat hidden, but they're not amazingly hidden. The rest of you are hidden very, very well. And you wait for a little while, and then you wait for a little while longer, and then a short man with red hair, a bushy beard. He's dressed all in green, so he's a very stereotypical leprechaun. He doesn't have a hat, but he's a very stereotypical leprechaun.
I'm just picturing the leprechaun from that terrible movie franchise.
He comes
Leprechaun.
I was just
walking.
thinking of Lucky Charms.
Sure,
Yeah,
we could go
pretty
with
much
that.
picture Lucky. Does Lucky have a beard? I don't actually know if Lucky has a
I
beard.
don't know.
He does not.
Lucky
So
does not.
picture
Yeah,
Lucky
Lucky
with a
does not have a
beard and
beard.
without his hat.
All right.
He waddles into the little clearing and looks at the gold. Oh, someone left their gold. Then again, it could be a trap. He's going to make a perception check against your stealth rolls.
Oh god.
Please roll like crap.
Please below an
He
8.
actually
Please.
rolled really well.
Okay, give me a second.
So Varut, Carl. So yes, he would notice Juno and Kalani. Let's see if he's going to make an insight check now to see if he knows
What
that you
our
guys
intentions
are trying to jump him. He does not know that you're trying to jump him, though. He sees you, but he doesn't know you're trying to jump him.
Okay.
It's just
Showing out in nature.
He just he does see both of you, but he's just like, oh, just some adventurers around. No reason to worry. He walks up.
Nothing to see here.
He walks up to the little bag of gold, and starts picking up each coin and inspecting it, and then he'll tuck it into one of the pockets of his coat, and he'll pick up another one and inspect it.
I cast Hold Person.
All right. He will make his saving throw then.
Okay.
He fails. He suddenly freezes.
I'm gonna run up to him and pick him up.
All right, make an athletics check. Let's
Oh.
see here. What does the paralyzed condition do? So they're incapacitated. They can't take actions or reactions if they're paralyzed. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and make that check. You'll automatically succeed on this check. You pick up the frozen leprechaun with no difficulty.
Yeah.
Should I knock him unconscious, guys?
I'm not sure that's necessary.
I have a giant stun gun, basically.
Okay.
So are you? So what's the
Yeah,
plan?
no, you just. What did you do? Like in context, what did you do?
I pulled out my electric staff and stood behind a tree.
Oh, nice.
Found a nice dark shadow and just stood there.
I was asking because I was like, did you stun him? But either way.
Griswold, are you going to keep your hold person, or are you going to?
I'm going to continue keeping my hold person while I try to maneuver out of the tree and then grab the precious bag of money.
All right, go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
All right. Hopefully things don't get screwed up. As things screw up.
Yep,
Hey,
you're fine.
21.
You
Okay.
you climb down out of the tree at no difficulty. You pick up the bag of money, tuck it away.
I'll walk out from behind the tree I'm hiding in and activate my electro staff, but I won't do anything.
All right.
Facing both ends of it, just sort of, glowing, pink, sort of arcing and sizzling, crackling with lightning.
All right. Okay. So we got if one round has passed, I got roughly, what was it? If each round is 6 seconds. I have roughly 54 seconds left of this, guys.
Yeah, probably one round has passed, so he's going to make another saving throw because creatures can do that with hold person. Let's see here. Yes, yes. What's your DC on that?
My DC, I believe it's 15.
All right, he passes this saving throw. So he springs to life in Kalani's grasp. Looks up at her and
At the
unhand me, you big brute! He starts whapping on your gauntleted hand.
Wait, he starts what?
Whapping on it. He starts smacking his
He's
hand
slapping
against
my gauntlets.
Yes. With his tiny arms.
I'm
gonna point my staff straight at him and be like, "Settle down now."
Carl's just gonna go up to him and just growl.
Make an intimidation check, both of you.
Damn it, Carl.
He looks defiantly over at you. You don't scare me. I've dealt with much worse things than you. He turns to Griswold, who he doesn't know cast hold person on him, by the way, because Griswold was hidden at the time. Get rid of this big brute, and I'll give you a cask of the finest ale you've ever drank.
I don't think I know what ale is. It must be some sort of human drink.
I'm gonna shock him.
All right. He yelps.
I guess I'll use minor illusion on the puppet to make it look like him.
Okay.
All right. So, wait, what are you doing?
What's who doing?
Well, you did the puppet thing. I was assuming that was going somewhere.
Yeah. What are you doing with the puppet?
Well, I have no reason to intimidate him at the moment. Wait. We have to get something out from him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, we were specifically getting 3 items.
A bell, a whistle, and a music box.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Looks like. All right. Guess we're gonna have to torture this guy for the things.
I'm just gonna
stop squirming at the moment.
I don't know much about leprechauns, like out of game. I don't, and in game I don't know anything. I'm just gonna say, listen, we just want a bell, a whistle, and a music box to get to see some captain or other. We're
Anchorhead, who is in command of the Herald.
Well, I might have those, but what makes you think you have the right to just come up and take them from me?
We're shocked.
Okay, at this point, I'm going to make an intimidation check by taking that puppet and then beating it on the head with my stick.
All right, make an intimidation check.
Oh, shoot, that's a 9.
What's that supposed to mean? You've made
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
leprechaun
yeah,
puppet and then you
yeah,
hit it
at
on
the
the head with a
moment.
stick. What's that supposed to mean with anything?
He's trying to say he's going to do that to you.
Someone wants to give me the help action.
I'll say that Varut saying that was that. So go ahead and roll again.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, I
that was a
understand now.
jump.
All right, I'll take it to him. He
I was told you're trouble when not being handled.
yes, that's true. He snaps his fingers, and the waterfall parts to reveal an entrance behind it. My lair's back there. Take me back in there, and I'll take you to the items.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
They're not lying to us.
We're just holding this.
Yeah, no, I'm just standing here holding this very, very small person.
All right, you do have to crouch to get in, but it's not too difficult. And when you enter, you come into a fairly decent sized room, at least for a leprechaun. There's a door against the back wall made of wood, but for the most part, it's just a simple room. There's a bed, a little table and chair. Take me to the door.
I take him to door.
All right, he raps 3 times on the door. Open it.
I open said door.
You see a room filled with casks. The
Okay.
leprechaun sighs. Close the door.
I close said door.
He raps on it 3 times again. Open it again.
I'll open it.
A bit skeptical. I'll open it.
This time, the door contains a room filled with treasure. It's gold coins and gems. Leprechaun sighs again. It always
Alright,
does this when I need to get something. Close it.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take 10 of the coins and toss it into the pile.
Okay.
All right.
You gotta get on his good side, even though
Alright.
we are kind of holding him hostage.
Yeah, no, we are pretty much stealing from him. You're just like you got this big armored person standing there with the little guy holding him. Like,
well, there's a guy in solid black armor with a shotgun.
yeah.
I'm like,
13 gold.
don't you move now?
Another person has a scary looking dog, and then you're just like, here's for your troubles.
So yeah, he says to close the door again.
All right, so I close that door.
He raps on it 3 times once again. Open it back up. This time it should be the one you need.
I open it.
Alright, this time it is a room. The walls are lined with shelves containing various little knickknacks. It's about halfway down on the bottom shelf.
I'm gonna look at the others and see if they can help.
I'll
I'll go find it.
oh, whatever.
Alright. You find a small black case. When you open it, it contains a small bell, a whistle, and a music box in a velvet-lined storage area. Each has a little specialized slot for them.
Found it.
Now, can you please leave me be? I have enough problems as it is without random adventurers coming in and stealing all my trinkets.
That's all we need from him, right?
Go.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean the black. I'm gonna make sure with Juno that we have everything we need.
Yeah, everything's there.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got the bell, the music box, and the whistle.
Griswold is going to touch each of the items individually to see that it's not an illusion.
Yep, they're all real.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Good call. Good call. All right. Thank you. I'm gonna gently put him on his feet.
I'm gonna pat him on the head.
Get out of my lair. I don't want you in here
I'm gonna
anymore.
leave. I'm gonna leave and retrieve my cast-off armor.
All right.
Yeah, I'll leave with you.
All right. So you exit the lair, and the waterfall, the split in the waterfall disappears. The door is completely gone. It just looks like a natural wall of stone behind it. So if he hadn't opened it, you probably never would have noticed that.
All right.
Yep. All right. Well, that's not our problem anymore. With the same mindset as that city we definitely destroyed. Not our problem anymore. So it was. So we had to.
Find an
What was it?
island
Ring the.
off the coast.
Yeah, we had to go to a spot. It had to be noon, and we had to ring
You have to
the
go to
bell.
an island called Westwell Reef, which is an island just off the coast of Evanburn. You
right.
have to ring the bell at noon. Then 4 hours later, blow the whistle 3 times every few minutes until a rowboat appears, and then play the music box, and the rowboat's driver will take you to the Herald.
All right. So, first hurdle, we need to get to that island.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's do that. So, I guess we head back to the city.
All right.
Well, we would need some way of getting, from the mainland to the island.
Perhaps we could call a ferry.
Does a ferry go to the island?
You could try and.
I don't know of any ferries.
No, like a no, like find a boat. No, find a boat that's willing to take us there.
Yes. We're on the same page now.
If anything, that should have been your guys' first thought.
We don't use primitive things such as boats where I'm from.
Well, I would imagine, a ferry could be, given as a term for, if it's a spaceship.
Yeah. Yeah, no, a transport ship is also known as a ferry.
Well,
I'm like 80% certain there was a Star Wars ship that was called a ferry.
Yeah, I was like, I know what you were talking about.
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
But let's move on and get to see if we can get this thing and be able to camp out at this island apparently, because we're gonna be there a while. Stupid magical trials, always making you wait for specific times.
It might have to do with the balance of the universe. If we did it on a off day, then perhaps a portal will be opened up to another hell, and then demons will come forth.
Listen, all I know is that where I'm from, there's an old trial based on some legend of the hero where you have to fire an arrow at the sun at precisely 3:36 in the afternoon.
That's an odd time.
All right.
No one knows if we got it on time. That's the problem. Anyway, so, John, is there any difficulty in tracking down a ferry, or is it too late for that? How long was this whole escapade?
It was a few hours. It's about mid-afternoon right now.
Well, let's figure out where this island is first to see how long the journey is, to see if we should sleep before we head out or otherwise.
All right. How do you want to go?
I'm
about
going to
doing
make
that?
sure I have at least Juno with me because she can read.
Yay.
I'll go there to be silent and scary.
I will also go there to be silent, but not nearly as scary.
You're tall and lanky.
You got a point there.
How do you want to go about doing that?
Oh, I'll paint a smiley face on my mask so everyone knows I'm friendly.
No, I meant like, how do you want to go about
Yeah,
trying
because I
to
won't make
figure-
you look like a psychopath from the Purge at all.
How do you want to go about looking for that information?
Well, if asking around fails, then maybe find a map or something
All right.
of nearby islands.
You ask a few sailors. They tell you Westwell Reef. I think that's only a few hours out. One sailor appears to be more high stature. He's got a nicer looking coat. I'm the captain of a fishing ship. I could take you out there. We're headed out that way in just a little bit, about an hour from now.
That would be much appreciated. If he asks for any sort of monetary compensation, I'll try to provide.
He does not.
All right. Wow, he's a very nice gentleman. I've never been on a boat before. This is going to be interesting.
High fives all around.
All right, you find yourself aboard a rather large sailing vessel. About an hour later,
Sorry, what happened? I missed the last couple seconds.
you
We
find
found a
yourself
large
aboard a very
vessel.
large sailing vessel. It's full of fishermen for the next couple of hours. It's a fairly short trip. They bring you alongside a small island that it doesn't really have much on it. It's just sort of a little piece of sand. There's a palm tree. Couple of
So the island from SpongeBob.
I don't know what that is exactly, but it's just a little
You've really never seen SpongeBob SquarePants and literally the opening and the very first thing you see is just a tuft of sand in the ocean with a single palm tree.
Okay, we'll say that's what it is. Okay, I don't know.
The most classic island in the
I
history
have
of
literally never
cartoons.
watched it. I wasn't allowed to as a kid.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, that
I
makes
can see
sense.
that. My parents didn't like me watching it either.
Yeah.
I watched it anyways.
I only seen a couple of episodes.
Okay, yeah, sure. That looks about right for Westwell Reef. It's a really small island. There's a nice coral reef off the edge, but they drop you off there.
Thank you
Hope
for
you
his
find
trouble.
whatever you're coming to this tiny little island for.
Basically, what I'm gathering, it's a sandbar with a tree on it.
Yep, pretty much.
So we got to yes. So well, I guess we're camping for the night because it's got to be noon.
Yes. During this time just sitting around, I'm going to consult the journal.
All right, make what did I have him make? Just a straight.
Oh yeah, we haven't done that in a while.
What did I have you make
Yeah,
for that? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Was it an investigation check?
I believe so.
Yes, it's an investigation check.
Okay. Can I use guidance on yourself?
Yes, you can.
I believe so.
Okay. 1d4 plus. Okay, here we go. Hey. That's a good roll.
26. Okay. Wow, that just barely hits the threshold for the next thing you learn. You learn that Croneria, so you learned last time she was thought to be fairly untrustworthy. You learn this time she's known for being a little bit power hungry. And attempts to get power in pretty much whatever way she can, and given the fact that the artifact can be used as an immensely powerful magical power source, that gives you cause for concern.
Well,
All right.
I'll share this with the rest of the group.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I suppose our only course of action then is to ensure that we use it only to save the multiverse, and then ensure that Corneria doesn't get it.
Yes, this will be a fine artifact for the laughing god.
Oh.
The laughing god.
Yes, we're gonna perform the biggest prank of them all.
The night goes fairly uneventfully, as does the morning.
I mean, what do we expect to find here?
Yeah, you find nothing. There's not even any ships that sail by besides the ship that you
I
came here on.
I don't even think there's coconuts on the tree.
There's one. There's one coconut.
There's sharks and fishes all around.
There are no tokens.
It's not even a shark.
I'm sure if we get some blood, we can get a shark.
Hey, I'm fine with Blade.
But we'd only get one of the boring shore sharks. Nothing cool like a great white.
You've clearly never seen great whites attacking seals off of South Africa. I haven't in person, but I've seen pictures.
Yeah, they tend to stay in deep ocean though for a reason.
Yeah.
If they're going too close to the shore, there's actually something wrong with them.
All right. Who it is?
All right, so
Anyway.
yeah.
Anyway, so I suppose we start the ritual apparently when the noon strikes.
All right. You ring the bell at noon on the island.
Yep.
You don't sense any magic from it, but it's a.
I mean, to be fair, my experience with magic was more or less trying not to die from a giant robot camel.
Well, literally none of you do.
Yeah.
About 4 hours later, someone blows the whistle a few times, and then a few more times, and you wait for a little while longer. It goes on for about another 15 minutes, and then a rowboat starts rowing towards the island.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only person who is picturing the classic flute song from the original Zelda. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Kind of, yeah. No, not really. But there is a
All right.
there's
There's
a
a rowboat.
strange-looking creature piloting it.
I mean, we're all strange here.
No, it's very strange. Its body is cube-shaped.
All right.
But and it's mechanical. It has spindly arms and legs. Its face appears to be organic, however, which is what makes it especially strange. Out of character.
And all right, would you mind just handing me that red flag sitting next to you? Thank you.
It's a Modron. That's what it is, by the way.
Yeah, I think I've seen one of those in the creature books.
It sails the
most red flag sounding machine I've ever heard. Though.
Music box people.
It sails. It sails. Yeah. It rows towards you and beaches the rowboat. It steps out of the rowboat and pulls a sword and shield off of its back and looks towards you. How did you call me here?
With the bell,
So
the music box. I'll point towards them.
Have you started playing the music box or?
I assume one of us has.
Yeah.
Okay.
I possibly. would have.
After it hears the music of the music box, it calms down and puts the sword and shield back. Patrons, I see. Climb aboard. I am 8. I will take you to the ship.
All right. So we get in the rowboat that I'm assuming is quite decently sized.
Yeah, it's big enough to house all of you easily.
Good.
He takes you out to
He has some strong arms to pull all of us.
He's also mechanical, but still, he takes you out to
Yeah.
a ship considerably smaller than the ship you came there on. It's only one
But with a lot less
mast.
fishermen.
No fishermen.
Ah.
There's only a few beings on it. There's some creatures that look a lot like ape, but they have round bodies and a single eye in the middle of their heads.
Great, more of those Sheikah monsters.
And there's a very large and imposing figure standing in the aft castle at the wheel. He is made entirely of metal. Stands considerably taller than Kalani, at least a foot taller.
9 feet tall. Wow.
And instead of a right hand, his right arm ends in the head of a massive axe.
Ah.
His eyes glow yellow, and he raises the boat onto the ship just with brute strength.
All right.
I could have done that.
And helps you all out of the boat. He holds out his left hand, which is big and it's big, bulky, made of metal like the rest of him. Captain Anchorhead of the Herald. Pleasure to meet you.
Shake his hand.
This man's not a Necron. I will shake his hand.
Never seen anyone taller than me before.
Reminds me of those new KX series security droids. Fascinating.
Droid isn't really the right term for me. Warforged would be more accurate. Automaton, preferably.
Well, that's what them. Well, I assumed that would be the term.
Anyways, where are you all heading?
What was that called?
Heading to a strange castle in the middle of a deserted waste.
Yeah,
That doesn't tell me anything.
It was headed to the Unholy Spire.
I see what you mean now. Unholy Spire, I can get you there in about a week.
Probably.
That's much shorter than what we were gonna than just walking there.
Anchorhead yells out to the other beings, which appear to be the crew. Everyone, ready the ship. We have a journey to make. And the little mechanical creatures run around, like raising sails and stuff. And before you know it, the ship is moving.
I'm tempted to see if no.
What were you gonna say?
Like, I don't know if Kalani would get seasick. She's never been on a boat before. There is no reason to assume she's ever been on a boat.
You know what? Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Let's see if we know what I had for lunch this morning. One, two,
Oh yeah,
I'm fine.
You're just fine. The ship actually moves very smoothly, so you don't even have a worry that you would do that, really.
I don't even think Kalani would even know that seasickness is a thing.
Okay.
I mean, why would she?
Fair enough, yeah.
Closest thing would be sand seal surfing.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, but I mean, if that could still hypothetically happen, theoretically, you just wouldn't know the name.
Yeah, but it'd be like a knight. It'd be like a lancer who gets woozy riding a horse.
This is true.
Like, how are you high ranking? Anyways, so anything special anyone else wants to do, or
I don't think I can perform for these fellows, but I will pat one on the head and tell him that he's doing a good job.
It ignores you.
Oh, okay.
Becca Sabat.
Play with one of them.
Need anybody to play?
Carl's
I'm not
just
going to
gonna
bother the
snatch one up
hardworking
and
crew.
Just play around with one of the crew like a dog toy.
Um,
I'm not going to bother with the hardworking crew.
as you
Instead,
Juno,
I'm
while
going to be
you're doing
taking
that, the previous the previous Modron, I'm gonna call him 8. His name is 8. But
All right. No, his name is
8 comes up to you. Please do not hamper my crewmate's ability to work.
I'm going to...
Something tells me we're supposed to be fishing during this portion, but the thing is that I have neither. I don't have either line or bait. All I have is the stick.
Well, I mean, I have a grappling hook and like 100 feet of cable in my gauntlet. I could theoretically, shoot at something. I don't think I'm doing well.
I mean, you can fish if you want to, but you're not supposed to be fishing.
Well, I mean, we gotta be doing something on this boat to alleviate the boredom. Otherwise, Griswold is.
I'm enjoying the
people.
I'm enjoying the nice sea breeze, which now that I say that and realizing what I am sounds very suspect and Wind Waker. I coveted that wind.
Clean my blaster, clean my E-web, clean the armor.
I'm just going to clean my guns.
Yeah, make sure all my equipment's ready to go, and maybe just maybe without my armor, just enjoy the breeze of the ship moving forward, because I mean, I don't think I've felt any wind that wasn't blazing hot or absolutely below zero.
All right. So you sail fairly uneventfully for the rest of the current day and for the entirety of the next. You pass a few ships, but nothing major.
All right.
And while you're
I guess
sleeping
during this entire time,
while you're sleeping the second night on the ship, I want everyone to make a perception check at disadvantage because you're asleep.
All right, that's the wrong roll. Perception. Or my skills again. Okay, skills. Efficiencies. There's a line here.
Yep, you're good, Kalani. You definitely notice it.
Okay.
Carl.
We're gonna highlight
Oh,
that.
not Carl.
Oh my
Carl.
goodness.
Roll
Juno.
1d20 plus.
Not the young guy.
What was it? 6? No, 5. Okay, so 16, and let's see what I get on the other one. Ooh.
You can just hit the up arrow and then hit enter, and it'll do the same thing again.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
So
thank God it's a 16.
you all rolled high enough to notice it. So as you are sleeping, you hear you're woken up by the sound of 3 loud thumping noises. Like a thump 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 in on the deck above.
All right.
I'm gonna use this action to make sure I'm at least roughly equipped for combat if needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I use this action to pick up stick. I am ready for combat.
I'll just take on my pistol.
All right.
And go and see what's causing that noise.
All right.
What
You
is
go up
smoking
onto the
about?
deck, and there are 3 ropes that with grappling hooks on the ends that have embedded
yes.
themselves on the edge of the deck.
Someone has gifted us rope.
There's another boat about 20 feet away from off of the starboard side of the boat you're on, with it is being piloted by the snail that you encountered. In Sigil.
In episode 1.
There are 5 zombified sailors on the enemy boat, and 3 have already made their way across. Roll initiative.
When are you going to start learning your lesson, old man?
Anchorhead
last time I was on a ship, I sunk one of them.
Anchorhead is at the helm, but he is not. He is sort of in a deactivated mode. So, yes.
17.
I assume the ship we're on is made out of wood?
Yes. Both ships are made of wood. Oh,
okay. Ooh. Ooh.
Damn.
Hey. You know how we burned down the house that one time? What if I burnt down the boat? Not ours, though. That would be bad.
Well, I mean, if you set fire to their boat, that's not a bad idea.
I mean,
actually, you have a blaster. You can punch through their hull.
I have a blaster and I have a flamethrower.
You have a blaster. You can punch through their hull and cause them to sink. Just aim towards the water line. You know, if John says that'll sink the ship.
I don't know. Let's minus 3 to initiative.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Alrighty.
35, 40.
So, up first, we have Griswold.
35. Alright. My name is Griswold. What is Griswold going to do, you may ask? Well, that is a very simple thing. I cast Moonbeam. Shoot, where's my pointer thing to say where it is located? Actually, no, I just gotta draw a circle. Alright, polygon. Hold shift to snap. No, draw shape. Hold alt for ellipse. And that is a 5 feet radius. So, right. Yeah, technically it's okay. Just imagine this is circular, it's not square.
Okay.
Okay, it's alt for that. Alright.
So yes, how it works is when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on its turn, or starts its turn there. So you can't just drag the moonbeam across a whole group of enemies and deal damage to all of them.
Well, no, I have to do that on my next turn.
Yeah, but it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Well,
it won't damage them.
Yeah.
So John is officially not being lenient on that anymore.
You can move it on to them and then
I'm trying to do that. It's just that I can't figure out how to move the thing at the moment. Select. Move. Oh, there we go. Alright.
Alright. So yes, those two will make a Constitution saving throw on their turn.
Yes.
What about the boat?
The boat will not make a save because it's not a creature.
But does it take damage, is my ask.
Moonbeam only does damage to creatures. It specifically specifies when a creature enters the spell's area, and a boat is not a creature. A boat
for the
is
first time on a
object.
turn. So actually, yeah, I could just move in and deals damage. It's like
I'm ruling that that's not how it works.
I don't think that's how it works because it has to be the creature's turn while it's standing, while the moonbeam is on top of the creature.
So like if the moonbeam were like over here and a creature moved into the moonbeam's turn, then it would make a save. And if it starts its
but
turn
the
within
moonbeam
space,
doesn't have a turn.
No, the creature's turn. If it moves into it or if it starts there, it has to make the save. Otherwise, nothing happens.
Yes.
Okay, so we're depowering it then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works. That's not.
Yeah.
I
thought it was
clear on the
weird that it was
ruling.
affecting the way it did before, but I just didn't question it because
Well, yeah, it's
you
been
were
my
level
entire
3.
action to move the moonbeam. So I wasn't attacking the entire time. I was just moving the thing.
Because Moonbeam is a battlefield control spell. It's not a attacking spell.
Yeah.
It's not like Fireball.
No,
Just Fireball.
Let's be honest. If I was unclear on the ruling. I should have been more clear on the ruling, but I am
All right.
fixing it now.
Yes.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm still gonna cast it because
Okay.
it's still two things that I can do.
Okay.
And as for my movement, I guess I'm going to back the crap up.
See if you can get Anchorhead working.
Oh, all right. I was over here, right?
He's the big guy.
Yeah, you were.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Is there like a staircase to go up?
Yes, there's a staircase here.
All right, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And I assume it's going to be another action to kind of just
Yes,
to kind of poke him.
Yep, it would be an action to do something.
All right.
All right.
That's my turn.
I'm gonna need to pull up his character sheet because I improvised this entire encounter. So, all right, it is the flail snail's turn now. He is just going to yell. He's just going to yell at you. He's gonna yell, "Yeah, I'm back, and I'm gonna take you guys out this time."
Well, reactionary. What is your problem with us?
You guys suck.
I mean, we did just kind of like beat him up to his shell the last time we did it.
I should have done something more specific. If he gets within range, he's going to be sorry.
All right, it is the turn of the zombies now. So these two zombies will make a con save. What is the con save mod? It's all right, but not great. Go ahead and roll twice. They both fail. So go ahead and roll damage.
All right. Gotcha. So roll 2d8. 15 points of radiant damage.
Yep. All right.
And since they're zombies, that is like their specific weakness.
No, zombies are not vulnerable to radiant damage, but paladins
I
just
think those
get
are
an
only
extra d8.
vampires.
Oh yeah.
So this zombie's gonna move up. This zombie's gonna move up, and this zombie is going to move up. They are all going to make attack rolls. So one against Varut.
I'm gonna change this thing to a circle.
Does an 18 hit you, Varut?
By the skin of his teeth, it hits me.
All right, 3 bludgeoning.
Draw shape. Hold shift. Draw rectangle.
Zombie number 2 is attacking Juno.
Ellipse.
5 is not going to hit. Zombie number 3 is attacking Kalani.
That is not an ellipse.
A 17 is not going. Actually, a 17 meets your AC, doesn't it?
Yes.
So it does
I'm
hit
going
them.
to get this correct if
So
it's
you
the
will take
last
4
thing
points
I'll
of bludgeoning damage.
There we go.
Wait, where did you moonbeam go? Oh,
I am turning it into a circle. It is still on the same 2.
6, 7, 8. That zombie's going to take the dash action to get across the
Gosh
rope.
dang it.
It will make a dex save to see if it falls in the water. It falls in the water.
We're still sailing, right?
Yes, we are still sailing.
Okay, so if they fall in the water, they're screwed.
Yes, that zombie fell in the water. This zombie is going to dash across the rope. Let's see if it doesn't. If it falls in the water, it does not fall in the water. That was 5, 6, 7, 8. Going to go up to Kalani. Is not going to attack.
Who's talking in the background?
Someone's talking in the background.
Yeah, I can hear talking in the background.
Not even. There it goes.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make a dex save. Fell in the water.
Oh. You still hear it?
Dex save.
Oh,
See if it
okay.
falls.
Yeah, I just closed the door.
Yep. Fell in the water.
Yep, and I can't hear it anymore, so
All right.
we're good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Make a dex save. Wow. All but one of the zombies fell in the water.
And of course they went to me.
Well, you're the biggest.
Yeah.
Anyways, the
So those zombies are caught in the stream.
yes, they are going to be gone next turn. The snail is going to yell at them, "Useless pieces of crap! Why do I even use you?"
How could you all be so useless?
All right, Juno, your turn.
Only half of you made it.
Only one of them made it over.
No, only half of the zombie team made it across the ship because 3 of them had to climb across.
Yeah, but the 3 that made it across before didn't have to make saves because they didn't dash across the ropes.
That's still only half the crew that made it.
I know.
That's a highlight in of itself.
I'm gonna shoot the guy in front of me.
All right, that would be at disadvantage since he's at.
Oh god. Okay.
Brilliant.
That will still hit because zombies have like no AC.
They have like an AC of 5, don't
AC
they?
of 8.
Oh.
I mean, they are zombies. I don't think they're dexterous fighters.
No, they have a dexterity of 6. So yeah.
Exactly.
All right, Carl.
I was gonna move up and hit this guy,
All
or
right.
I'll attack that guy. Yeah.
Yep, that.
Oh,
hits.
multi-attack the one next to me. Oh, that's so nice of you, Carl. Good boy. Or girl, we still haven't figured that out.
All right. Second
One
attack,
day.
Carl.
But right now is not the time to figure out.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll hit.
I have no idea what Carl is, so I just think it's funny to just think that
It's a
none of
mutated
us
black
actually.
bear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Think of
which
bear,
is
but
why I like to
ugly.
think that none of us actually know what gender Carl is.
All
I
right.
don't think Juno knows either.
All right, Varut, your turn.
I think that should just be a running gag.
Hey, I'm gonna move around this guy to right here.
Okay.
Is there anything visible on the flail snail ship's deck that is like, barrels of gunpowder or similarly flammable?
No, but the sails are fairly flammable.
Or the ship itself, I suppose, because it's made of wood.
Yeah.
But nothing extremely flammable. Okay, I'm going to use my flamethrower and shoot a string of flame at the ship. So I'm going to be using create bonfire to 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40. You know what? Why not? Let's go here.
All
So,
right. There is now a fire on the flail snail ship.
what's my
Maybe I shouldn't have had all of my crew head over to the other ship.
He's not very smart.
Clearly.
let's see
I
here.
was gonna say we could acquire this ship, but
I don't see a use for it.
we could sell it.
In the middle of the water.
Okay.
Nope,
I got a point there.
nothing like bonus
Back
action.
to land because none of us know how to drive this primitive vessel.
Yeah, no, none of us do. New Vegas is notably lacking in
It's a desert.
Water.
is notably lacking in boats. You're from a civilization that deals with buttons, dials, and touchscreens. And I don't even know what's going on with Griswold.
Buttons,
Alright,
dials, and
Varut, anything else?
touchscreen on hovercraft.
Basically, it's all magically controlled hovercraft where I'm from.
Varut, are you
Yep.
doing anything else?
I don't think there's anything I can do with my bonus action. Because I used it with the create bonfire. Okay.
Alrighty.
So hypothetically, next turn I would be able to deploy my E-web without dropping concentration on the create bonfire.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Kalani, your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna grapple the zombie in front of me.
All right,
That's acrobatics, right?
athletics.
Or athletics.
Yeah, you succeed. It rolled a 4.
Now. Yeah. So
You grapple this
So-
zombie.
yeah, so I'm gonna take said zombie and throw it. How do you do the mouse pointer thing?
What is your lifting capacity?
And hold.
My strength is a 20.
Oh, okay. All right.
So your lifting capacity is 600 pounds. So he's probably about a sixth, maybe an eighth your lifting capacity. So your
Yeah.
short range is 40 feet, your long range is 180 feet.
That's fine. I'm not throwing him far.
You're not even throw.
How
you
do you
could
do
throw him right there, and you would definitely hit your mark.
Well, that's not where I'm throwing him.
Where are you throwing him?
In the water.
Okay.
In the
I'm not
drink.
even gonna have you make an attack roll then. He goes in the water.
Hang on, let me see. Okay, attack roll. It's attack roll with my grand axe, right? Or-
You don't even need to make an attack roll because you're not aiming at anything. You're just throwing him in the water.
Chucking him overboard.
Yeah, I just big axe, and I decided, I'm just gonna pick him up, toss him in. So that's done.
No, grab. Yeet.
I don't have any other actions I can perform, so
I mean, you could taunt a zombie if you wanted to.
I don't think they're
useful, but you
intelligent
could
enough to
it.
do anything. I don't think there's any use to doing it because the only other zombie that's worth worrying about is already getting ripped apart by the ambiguously gendered Carl.
I mean, zombies aren't really that intelligent.
Worst case scenario, next round I just pick up the other one and throw him in too.
Yeah, I know. All right, so it is initiative count 20 now, so all of these zombies are gone.
The fire
and-
smell the ship.
Hey, John,
fire-
when I get the golden gauntlets, be prepared for a lot of that.
No. The fire spreads, and Griswold, your turn.
All right. I'm just gonna deactivate the moonbeam because I'm probably gonna end up hurting people.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go ahead and give our good sailor buddy a good whack
Okay.
to see if I can wake him up.
All right. Just smacking him with your stick doesn't seem to do anything.
Ah. Okay then.
You can make an Arcana check to see if you can figure out how to
All right. Am I good with that kind of stuff?
do something.
Let me take a fact check. Oh, I am. Okay. Plus 3 to that. That'd be plus 2, so plus 5. So roll 1d20 plus 5.
Yeah,
21.
you successfully activate Anchorhead.
I point to the other ship and our snail nemesis / frenemy.
Wait, is this flail snail just Dr. Doofenshmirtz?
Kind of a little bit.
I wouldn't say he's like, chaotic stupid. I think he's just he's more like a neutral flavored of stupid.
Anchorhead will wake up. He will look at the situation. Pirates.
Yeah, he's like pirates as he sees me just toss a zombie into the drink.
It's a snail on the other ship.
He tells Griswold, "Thank you for waking me up. I'll deal with the captain." Alright, it is the flail snail's turn. He looks over petrified at this massive warforged that just woke up.
Oh, my movement to kind of get out
Oh, wait,
of the
yeah,
way.
it's your
Now that
turn.
I see his size range, I can see that he's absolutely gigantic.
Yeah, he's a large creature. So are you going to do anything else? Just move out of the way, Griswold?
I mean, I wish I could do something else. I'm just gonna kind of like just say, "Here you go, sir," as I step out of the way,
Alright.
making for a easy ramp.
Alright, so Anchorhead is going to move down.
Man, jump his way.
Yes, he is literally going to jump the 20 feet distance just to the other ship. And he is going to storm up here. His eyes are glowing red, and he is going to attack the flail snail.
Wait, that's cheating! Ah! Timesies, I call timesies.
Yeah, so let's see here. First attack.
There are no timesies where you're going.
This poor little
Yeah.
snail. What did he roll?
He got a 27 to hit. And yeah, he gets 3 attacks, by the way, so...
Pretty sure that would hit the Tarisk.
So I don't think that hits. That one hit, though. The lowest he rolled in all of those was a 16 to hit, just so you know. But the snail is still somehow standing. Alright, it's the zombies' turns now. This one
After
is going to
getting
move
wailed
over,
on.
and it's going to attack Varut. Does a 15 hit you? Varut.
Oh, 15 does not hit.
Alright. One of them is going to attack Juno. Doesn't hit. And one of them is going to attack
25, 30, 35, 40.
a 23 to hit. And that was a critical hit. So you will take a grand total of 8 damage.
So much.
Juno,
Don't
your
worry,
turn.
I'll keep you safe.
I'm gonna shooty the
Alright.
guy again.
Alright. Well, if you don't roll lower than that with your second roll, then...
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you hit.
Okay, alright.
Because zombies have 8 AC.
All right, take him out.
Almost. It is almost dead. It has holes through it. It's not. It's barely standing, but it is almost. But it is still alive.
Alright, and then Carl's gonna multi-attack the guy again.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yep. Alrighty. All right. How do you want to do this?
Rip it to pieces!
All right. Carl just
Rip and tear
pounces
till
on this
there's no
zombie and
more.
starts tearing at it, and by the time he is done, by the time Carl's done, there's nothing left.
Oh, nice.
Just
So
a blood
Carl
stain
got
on the deck.
an attack and a meal.
Well, not even a blood stain on the deck because it's a zombie. All right, Varut, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to deploy my E-web right there.
You don't have to deploy it. You know, you can hold it.
No. This combat's pretty much over. I don't see a reason.
I was
to
going to
deploy
set it down, and then I was going to move to here and get the flanking.
Oh, okay, yeah. Go ahead.
All right.
Remote activated. Then I'm going to have it, fire at this guy.
Yeah, okay. It's a ranged
Uh,
spell attack, and because it's
Yep.
not you making the attack, that would be a disadvantage.
Advantage.
But just straight roll since,
Okay.
flanking. I don't actually know if flanking applies to ranged rolls, but whatever. Yes, that'll hit.
Okay, well,
The
this
zombies suck.
are 2d8. Force.
Okay.
bonus action and bonus action. Yeah, that's everything.
All right. Kalani, your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna move right here to the one that's
Yep.
bothering poor Juno here.
All right. Grapple it.
I'm gonna
Check.
do another grapple.
Yep. It is supposed to be a second attack to throw it, but there's no chance this thing will break your grapple. So.
Didn't we decide that me grappling was a bonus action though because Tavern Brawler?
Oh yeah, I forgot you could
Yeah.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I think you know where this
it's in the
guy's
water.
going. Take a swim, boy.
All right. It's gone now. The fire spreads.
You're welcome,
Griswold.
Juno.
All right. Okay. I don't think Griswold can make that jump. Maybe if it was like 5 feet shorter. But anyways, let's go and slap this last zombie because he is there. So
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
And now where's my stick? All right. Wrong thing. Okay. Roll. 1d20 plus 5. 12.
Yes, that hits.
All right. Roll. 1d20.
Zombies suck. What do you expect?
This is fun.
That's why I could throw a whole bunch of them at you and you'd be fine.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't get half as many as you expected.
All right.
Alright.
9 damage with stick.
Alrighty. The zombie stays standing.
It's still alive.
Listen,
it looks
guys,
like it
I
should
got
have
this.
died, but it falls down, it crumples, but then it gets back up.
All right.
The snail is going to attempt to attack Anchorhead.
Attempt.
Miss. Anchorhead is going to attack the snail.
Attempt really was the word.
Yeah.
I feel kind of sorry for the thing.
Don't worry, it's a common thing for some overpowered character to just obliterate the snail.
Oh yeah.
I kind of hope I see this guy again.
It's a recurring theme. The snail shows up, we beat the crap out of it, it goes and runs away.
He
It
defeats
comes
the
back,
snail.
it-
It wails on its ship. He jumps back over,
Man jumps.
and he goes back to the helm. Cut the lines.
All right.
Alright, so now it is the zombie's turn. The one zombie remaining
That's
is
not
going to
my turn.
try to attack Griswold.
Understandable.
It is not going to hit Juno.
Oh.
Pew pew.
Okay.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Just barely no.
Oh my. Okay, Carl, you're my last hope.
At advantage because
He's completely surrounded.
He has no way to escape.
Please tell me. Oh, thank God.
yep, that'll hit. May as well roll again to see if you crit though.
Okay.
Nope. Alright.
So, first one is
Alright, it dies.
Oh,
Varut.
Okay, could I use my vibroblade to cut these things?
Yes.
Okay, I'll
It's
just
just
walk
rope.
up and I'll cut this one.
All right.
Do I have enough movement to cut another one? Or an action?
All right. Okay, so
15,
5,
20,
10, 15, 20.
25, 30. I can move up to here, and then I'm just going to have E-Web fire at the ship.
You could actually move all the way up to here.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, you can.
Okay.
Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, you can only move there.
Oh, all right.
Okay. What are you gonna do with the E-Web?
E-Web fire at the ship.
What?
Have the E-Web fire at the ship. The
Oh.
other ship. The ship that's on fire.
Why?
Okay, good.
No reason at all. Think it
Okay.
fast.
Because
The
we
E-Web
can't sell
fires
this
its ship.
All right.
Kalani.
Do I need to make a roll?
Oh, my turn. Do I have enough movement to cut both of those lines?
Okay. What's
No,
your
you
movement?
only.
Yeah, you do.
Well, you would have enough
5, 10,
movement to do it,
15.
but you wouldn't have enough attacks to do it.
Oh, yeah. Well, either way, I'll go. I mean, he's pretty close, so I'm going to go ahead and go to this one to cut the other line.
Okay. Yep. The line offers no resistance to your axe. You cut it with
Or my scimitar.
whichever one you're using. It offers no resistance.
Yeah,
It's
I was
a
going to
cheap
use my
rope.
scimitar because it was less likely for me to accidentally launch myself overboard.
All right. The fire spreads very fast. It's really starting to pick up over there. Griswold.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Do you even have any cutting implements?
I do have this dagger.
Okay.
I assume I can cut something with
Yes,
that.
you can cut things with a dagger.
All right.
Go ahead.
I will do exactly that.
All right. You cut that line off. And
Now,
You know, we actually have a running gag monster of our own. It's one we rarely see because contextually it only really makes sense to show up in a modern setting. But it's known as a possessed dumpster.
oh my goodness.
It's literally just like a city dumpster on wheels that's possessed by evil and it attacks and tries to eat us. With its signature squeaky wheels. It always it travels forward ominously. Squeaky, squeaky, squeak, 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 squeak. Every time it shows up, it's always a treat. Last time we beat it because we got on a hill. And it squeaked uncontrollably downhill. I heard another time it was beaten because the party just went up some stairs.
Anyways,
most of the time we beat it by running.
after Griswold cuts the last line, Anchorhead pulls the ship hard to port, and you escape the enemy ship, which bursts into flames. Like the flames cover like the entire ship. As you sail away.
Wow. Those pirates were heading forward with their red flag raised, but we're the ones who destroyed their ship.
Yep.
And and I would like to point out that Dungeons and Dragons turns are like 6 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
And that took a total of, that means not even just a little over half a minute passed. And their ship was completely engulfed in flames.
Well, I mean, I did use a flamethrower on this.
And it was also very, very cheap wood.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless we're talking about first edition. In first edition, turns are a minute long.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 5th edition, they're 6 seconds long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that's the point. It's literally about just under half a second passed, and we were or half a minute passed, and their ship was just on fire, and that poor snail's just like, well, this didn't work at all.
Anyways, that is where we are going to end today's session.
All right.
So hope you guys enjoyed.
I did.
Does anyone know where I stole that that leprechaun puzzle from?
No clue.
Sounds familiar. Okay, so a bell and a whistle and
A music
one
box.
other object. Music box.
Music box.
It definitely sounds familiar.
Not familiar, but I can't place it.
Neither can I. All I can place is I just proceeded to not use my weapons in this encounter. I just casually grabbed things and threw the whole
It
game.
was the puzzle to find the Lady Luck from the 5th Fablehaven book.
Oh, that's what?
The 5th Fablehaven book.
Ah.
Oh, all right.
The leprechaun was even named Cormac in the book, so...
All right.
Read those. I read
anyways.
Percy Jackson, that's all.
Harry Potter.
Little fuzzy.
But yeah, oh man.
Sorry, this one was a bit shorter.
Oh no, it's fine. It's just, yeah, that combat ended way faster than I bet you expected.
A little faster, but not too much faster. I did improvise that entirely.
Repeat that.
He improvised it.
All right.
That was all improv.
Here, what? 6 out of 8 ended up in the drink, and then we killed the other 2.
Yeah. If you watch this video back, you'll see that I drew the map for that encounter while we were still in the session.
Oh.
So, yeah. Anyways, we should be able to go to weekly sessions now.
Yeah.
Good.
We weren't able to before because I was busy every other week.
All right.
Anyways, I will talk to you guys next week, so
All right.
make sure to fill out that form so that I can plan things.
Oh, that other session?
The survey. It's in the general chat.
Yeah, I looked at it and I didn't recognize the website.
No, that's legit. You good.
You
All
just
right.
click the link, it'll just go to the...
Alright.
All right.
It's real simple.
All right. I have played none of these things, though I am running the was it? I am running the predecessor of Curse of Strahd. Predecessor? Forebear? The thing that came before Curse of Strahd.
prequel?
I've just heard a lot of about Curse of Strahd, and I want to do that.
It's what was it? It's the book was just called Ravenloft. It's from first edition. It's it's basically like a very, very, very simplified version of Curse of Strahd. There's nowhere near as many characters. What you're really supposed to do is, it's actually also difficult for the DM to do because you don't know which type of story you're running up until they actually get to the camp. And they're like, "Hey, this is how the story is gonna run. This is how Strahd is going to do. He's not after Irina this time. He's after an orb that can turn the entire world into darkness." And yeah,
I kind of want to
also
run it
doesn't
just
help.
because I think Strahd would be a fun character to play.
yeah, he totally is. But all right,
Count-
fell out.
so let me see.
Count Strahd von Zerkovich.
Yeah, they
Anyways,
turned him from
I
a
will
blue
talk to you
fellow
guys next
to a
week, so...
white fellow.
All right. Bear in mind, I just went and ranked all these based on what I could immediately think of a character for.
Okay.
Although, bear in mind, it was based on an educated guess because I actually have never seen any of those campaigns used before because we almost exclusively play homebrew games.
I know.
Ah,
I just
wait,
want to
quick
do
question.
a module after I do a homebrew game.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. We actually, the main reason we do so many homebrew games is because we like switch DMs.
Okay.
So frequently. Like we actually had a system back when we were able to meet in person where we basically would do chapter-based storytelling.
Yeah.
Where we would do like this whole like little arc. Like say we needed to explore a dungeon and get the item and do the thing. We'd go and do that, and then we'd switch over to the Gundam game where we would fight a Xeon army and get intelligence and bring it back to base. And then after that, we would head and play our Avatar game where we went to the Spirit Wilds and did some random shit.
Yeah.
And then the game crashed.
Yeah. I could also run Tomb of Horrors if you guys want me to. You know
What is
Tomb
that?
of Horrors is?
Look,
Tomb of Horrors is an
you.
infamously difficult module.
Isn't that like Tomb of
More
Madness?
difficult than the very beginning of Descent into Avernus if you have just a DM who's a dick.
Oh yeah, it totally is.
Tomb of Horrors is designed to screw you over.
Yes.
Like, literally designed to screw you over.
You do know that one of the first enemies you fight in Descent into Avernus has Fireball in a compressed room, right?
Right, but I don't think.
Which means that if the DM was a monster, you would literally walk up to the room, that bitch would fireball you, and all of you would die instantly.
I don't think you understand.
What enemy are you referring to?
Tomb of Horrors traps.
She's the necromancer in the tomb.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah. At the very beginning, in that tomb, that's basically in the prologue of the game. There's a necromancer sitting in a room that is not even 40 feet across, and that is like about 20 feet across, and the hallway you're in is not even 20 feet across either. And so you'll literally walk up. She could use Fireball and destroy you all. The only reason we survived that fight was because Gary decided to be nice and remove her ability to use Fireball at all. Because that room was so small, there was no way she would have even not hit herself with it.
Oh, okay. All right. You fail to understand. A Tomb of Horrors it is just a trap room. Every place there is a trap. And all the traps do is teleport you, change everything about your character, and then take all of your items from you.
Or
So
kill you
all
without a
right.
save.
Nothing. And then it kills you. after
Without a
it's taken
save.
everything from you.
There's a crusher trap that will kill you without a save if you don't inspect a specific wall or something like that.
Yes.
You
All
don't
right.
expect- you're
You
just
have to stay in the room for like a couple of minutes before it activates. Funny story.
All right.
That's actually not the hardest dungeon Gary Gygax made. There's one harder.
There
It's
is?
yeah, it's called Isle of the Ape, where it's actually meant for level 20 players. The reason why Tomb of Horrors gets such a bad rap is because that was for tournament play, which means people had to play it was at tournaments. You could do that. You couldn't do, what was it? You couldn't do
Now I see the
Isle of
purpose for the
Ape.
game.
Right. You couldn't do Isle of the Ape at a tournament. It was just something that he was like, hey, let's really screw with people. Isle of the Ape is essentially players go to a demi-plane and they fight King Kong and Godzilla.
Okay then.
That's all it is.
Anyways, I'm gonna log off now, so
Oh,
All right, yeah, you have a good one, John.
I'll
Talk to you next
guys
week.
later.
Talk to you later.
And thank you to the viewers for watching this stream. We will be back next week with another session of Throughout Time.